Today, I am going to be painting a wonderful, majestic moose. So, as you see right here, I have your very standard 8x11 piece of pre-bleached paper. So to start out, we're going to take a little bit of the, switching brushes. Take a little bit of the green, but because the light green wasn't coming out today, actually, let's try this. Oh, that's some wonderful grass. But we need a bigger brush. Oh, that's some wonderful grass. Actually, let's just rename those bushes. But oh yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, marvelous. Now remember, if you're painting at home, you want to get your brushes very covered in it. See? You just drag it down like that. Very highly saturated. And then you can go over it with a slightly wet, big fat brush to smooth it out. Make it look more like grass. But anyway, so we're going to start by painting a moose. To start, we would like legs, correct? Actually, no, let's start with the body. The body's the best. Oh, I dropped my brush. Wait a second. Okay. To start, we're going to paint the body. I have here whatever brown this is. I don't really know. Okay. Anyway, we're going to start out with the brown. We're going to start out with the brown. We're going to take a little tiny drop of it on a very thin brush and draw a hot dog shaped circle. Now, hot dog shaped circles are very special. So, because you can fill them in very easily. You want to lump up your brush just like that, and then you just go like this. Now, you want these paintings, once they dry, to have a lot of dimension. They need to be able to be shiny once you're done. So once you paint it, you can go over the very little edges. Make sure it's perfect. Just like that. Now, after this, you want to draw some fun, nice little legs. So you take another little bit of this, and you just go very quickly. The slower you go, the worse. Then you can go back in and make it more perfect. Yes, draw. Then you want to draw 3 more good little legs. And the easiest part of all, which is the antlers. So what you do first is you draw the head, because what else would the antlers be on, you know? So you draw the circle of the head. If you notice, I'm drawing the foreground first, because, you know, like foreground's 4, whereas the background's 3, so bigger numbers. Now, what was that? Drawing the nose, you just sort of extend it. Then, after that, you want to put on some good little eyes. You take the white, and then you go. Then you have a moose eye. Right now, you might be thinking, this is a camel, which it is. Which is why we need to add the moose's most distinctive features. As I said before, are the antlers. In order to get the antlers, we're gonna, where did the black go? Time out. No, let it keep, no. To make the antlers a distinctive color, since my black isn't working, we're going to need to make it darker by taking the brown, making a little pinch of it here, see? And then, once we have saturated brown, we can take just a little bit of the green. So then take a little tiny bit more. Then, if you get rid of all the stupid clumps, I wonder why they're there. I might know. Then you just stir it in. And you keep stirring, and then you have a nice darker brown from which you can make smooth, and then go like this. And then moose antlers are special. They're long and pokey, just like that. Then you can just go like this, connect it. And would you look at those moose antlers? But you can see this moose is very alone on its page. I'm sure it's feeling sad. When you think like a moose, doesn't that moose just look sad? So what we're going to do now is, if you're following along at home, you would pick up your big brush. If it's still a little bit green, like mine is, you can just run it in the water. And then do my favorite thing, which is to go like this. That's satisfying. Now, we're going to draw some water, because moose eat underwater grasses. If you didn't know, let's go into a little bit of the history of a moose. So what you're going to start doing is just taking your blue and spreading it out just like that. Because we're going to put a little tiny pond right over here. So if you just start going like this, you have the most wonderful lake. Now to make it more realistic, take your tiny little bit of white. Take your teensy little bit of white, and you see this? It almost looks like a sky. Then you just go like this, and it begins to look quite a little bit more realistic, does it not? The moose could be, I don't know, getting a drink. Now, to make the, wait a sec. To make, wait one sec. Your brush clean. First you dip it in water, and then you just clean it like that. Now, we're going to make this continue along around the edge. So if you still have a little bit of that green, you just go like that. If you don't have more green, you can just get more green. And then just go like that. There. And then you can make some little tiny bushes, happy little bushes behind the moose, and around the lake to give it a little bit of perspective, say. Then I'm going to put this brush down and pick up the big brush. And we're going to do the sky before we do the trees. You might be thinking we should do the trees now. But obviously we're not going to do the trees because then we have to paint the sky around them. So first, with this water-looking stuff, you're going to take your big brush and just go gently into it. Maybe you want to get a little bit of that, the darker blue, and then you can just sort of go like this. And then you should just cover the little tip of the brush, just like that. Then you can just go this. And if you just duct taped your thing on just like I did, you may want to go away from it because, it might slip. But if you're better than me and did not duct tape it, you can just go all the way through, just like that. And look at those wispy clouds. Now, that may have made it look a little bit dark outside. So, you can take a little bit more of your white if you've run out, just like me. By the way, we're using generic white, not titanium white, as some may say. You can take this and your big brush. Well, it's not clean. You can take your big brush and just dip it right into the white. And then just go like this. And you're getting nice, happy, fluffy clouds. Would you look at those? Aren't they adorable? And if you wanted cumulus nimbus clouds, you could just get a little bit of your pre-mixed antler color and put that on. But I don't like cumulus nimbus clouds. They're annoying sometimes. Would you look at that, moose? Now, after this, we're going to add trees. Because having moose could use some good trees. So we're going to start out by taking our brown. By taking our brown. I need more brown. No, there's my brown. We're going to start out by taking our wonderful brown and just drawing a straight black weight. By taking our normal brown, starting just about where we want the tree to go, and then go straight down. Now, trees are interesting things. They sometimes they're happy, they're unique, just like us. So you're going to want to start to create little tiny branches, just like that. Little branches, don't make them too long, or bad things will happen. And then, take your relatively large brush again. And then pause for a second as you get more green. And then once you have more green, I'm not prepared today. Then once you have more green, you can take it in your thing, make it bigger, that way you can get a good serving of it. You can mix it with your white here, so then you get an interesting mix, right? And then you can start to go like this. And you start to get a nice poofy tree with some branches. And just make sure you don't go onto your mousse, because remember, mousse is the foreground, this tree is in the background. And because we drew the branch first, you can see the little bit of the what's it called thing in the middle, not the stem, the what's it called, you know, the big pointy, the trunk, yes, that nice happy trunk right there. Doesn't that look great, folks? Now, I just noticed we missed a little bit of sky, so let's get a little bit more of our sky color right under his chin. Now, there's one thing this is missing. I'll give you a hint. I still have a little bit of yellow. It needs some happiness. Some flowers. Oh, and wait. Don't use them. Now, for those of you who are painting along at home, never use a brown brush on your yellow paint, which I accidentally just did. Because bad things happen when you use a brown brush on yellow paint. So you just do a little like that. And then, little dandelions. And then, oh, that looks so cute. Just think, those dandelions, happy little memories. Let's see, what else does it need? I think it needs, oh yes, I almost forgot, the dandelions. They need stems! So you're going to take a little bit of this old green and just go, oh, that's invisible. Take a little bit of your brown, mix it in with your old green. That's still invisible. Then get a little bit on your brush and just go. And if it's not showing up, you just get even more. So as you might be able to see, our canvas, paper is a little bit wet. There, now you have perfect looking dandelions. Oh, I'd say our painting's done for the day. I may or may not add a little bit more detail later, which you might see in a later episode. But for now, folks watching at home, my wonderful mousse.